right, this part 3 for lesson 2, multiplication of exponents. The first rule of exponents is pretty simple. We're just going to practice some of these. So first thing I always have to check is, are the bases the same? And that's a 14 and that's a 14. My bases are the same. I'm multiplying the exponents. So I have 14 to the 23rd power times 14 to the 8th power. Add the exponents. 23 plus 8. So 14 to the 23 plus 8th power equals 14 to the 31 power. Okay? I'm not going to do all of these. I'm going to let you do them, and you can check them later. If I have a base of a, that just means it could be any number. But this is also an a. So whatever the number is, it's the same. So my bases are the same. I'm still adding my exponent. So a to the 18th power times a to the 7th power is a to the 18 plus 7 power, which is a to the 25 power. Okay? Negative b, same thing. I'm still going to add the exponents. Take a second and think about this one. If I have 4 exponents, they all have the same base, and I'm multiplying, what am I going to do with the powers? I'm going to add them all up. 6 plus 8 plus 4 plus 2. 6 plus 4 is 10. 8 plus 2 is 10. So if I add those all up, that would be 20. So the answer to this would be 14 to the 20th power. Okay? The negative x is still the same base, so I'm just going to add up the powers. Right? This one is where it gets a little funky. So if I'm doing 23x squared times 2x squared, what I really want to do is kind of put the numbers together that are the same. And I can do this because the magic of the commutative power. When I'm multiplying different numbers, I can multiply in any order. So I can move them around. So I'm just going to move them around. I'm going to separate them. So 23 times x squared. So I'm going to take my 23, put it here, put my x squared here. 2 times x squared. I'm going to take my 2 and put it here, and take my x squared and put it here. Now I can spread those out more. I can do 23 times 2 times x times x times x times x. But I already know that if I have the same base, x and x, I can just add my exponents. So I'm not going to do all that work. I'm going to do as little work as I can. 23 and 2 next to each other, those are just numbers. I've been multiplying those since 3rd grade. 23 times 2 is 46. And I just learned how to multiply x squared times x squared. I'm going to add the bases, so x to the 4th. And that's it. So look at the second one. I'm going to multiply the numbers, then I'm going to multiply my exponents. Our distributive property gets a little different. So I have 2 terms inside the parentheses. I'm going to multiply everything outside the parentheses times everything inside the parentheses. So a times a will be a squared, and then a times 3 would be 3a. So that would be a squared plus 3a. Think about this one. A times a plus a times b. This one would be b times a plus b times b. This last one gets a little harder. Think about for a second the area model. I'll show that to you. All right, so I'm working over here. I have a times a, so that's a squared. A times b, that's ab. We've done that. B times a, so that's, again, I can call that ab. And then b times b, so that's b squared. Now, if you remember from last year, all of this stuff inside the square, we're going to add all of these up. So I have an a squared plus ab plus ab plus b squared. There's two of these, so I can rewrite that as a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. Okay? 2ab is different than like ab squared. I'm adding ab plus ab. There's two of them. The squared is I'm multiplying them. So a squared is a times a. B squared is b times b. 2ab is different. It's ab plus ab. Those are easy to confuse, so don't get them confused.